Welcome back to our second video in the Texas Surveying playlist. In this video, we're talking about why the land tenure systems in Texas are so unique. All right, let's start with the similarities. In Georgia, we have meets and bounds. In California, we've got meets and bounds. Everywhere in between, meets and bounds. A meet is a distance, or maybe an angle. So go north 50 feet, that's a meet. Go north 50 feet, just go north, that's a meet. Go 50 feet, that's a meet as well. Now, what is a bound? Well, to an iron rod, to a 12-inch oak, to the northeast corner of the Sam Smith property. All of those are bounds. Meets and bounds is a land tenure system across the whole U.S. Texas has that as well. So we got a similarity. Next, lot and block. Lot 5, Block 7, Shady Pines subdivision, Orange County, Texas. That is a lot and block description. And again, we have those in California, Alaska, Florida, everywhere in between. So, how are we going to understand the uniqueness of Texas if that state has lot and block, meets and bounds, no differences, big deal? Well, we've got one more, and that is the section and block. So, Eastern Texas is a lot of meets and bounds. Western Texas is a lot of lot and block, and sections and blocks. So what is a section and block? Well, back in the turn of the Revolution, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, all of these founding fathers decided to start selling federal land. And they decided to do this in a township and section system. So in New Mexico, Nevada, Ohio, California, even in Florida, we have a 6-mile by 6-mile square called a township. And within each township, there are 36 smaller sections. They're also squares. So a section is 1 mile by 1 mile. A township is 6 miles by 6 miles. You can do the math, 36 sections in one township. It's easy. Now we come to Texas. Well, the Texans came from New Mexico, Oklahoma, Louisiana, all these different places that had sectionalized lands. But the Texan says, no, we're not going to do the 36 sections. We are going to make our own system, and we'll call this the sections and blocks. Well, you have a block. The block could have 100 sections. It could have 50 sections. It could have 10 sections. Who knows? But they made this unique section and block system in Texas, which is sort of like sectionalized lands, but they took the manual, the federal manual, and they threw it in the trash and they made their own system. So the section and block is unique to Texas. The number of sections in each block varies, and it was really done to do the same thing, to sell property to settlers, to give property to railroads and other improvements so the businesses could build infrastructure, and to just, generate cash, generate money for the state or the Republic of Texas. Well, isn't that interesting? So how do you practice in this? Well, you've got to read the case law specific to Texas. You've got to read the textbooks specific to Texas. And best of all, my third suggestion, you need to study and learn how this system works from a practicing Texas RPLS, because it is a very practical system, and getting that hands-on knowledge is really important. So now that you've learned the 3 different types of land tenure systems in Texas, let's talk about the gradient boundary. Stay tuned for our 3rd video coming up shortly.